This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Sports are all about teamwork, and so is insurance. Whether you need an in-person or digital assist, State Farm is there to help you choose the right coverage for your home, car, and more. Get a game plan that helps fit your life and talk to State Farm today. State Farm with the assist. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability and eligibility vary by state.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
With the Walmart app, you can squeeze in those final days of summer and nail that back-to-school shopping list. So keep working on that tan and let Walmart Express Delivery handle the rest. Chromebooks, Clorox wipes, Sharpies, glue sticks, pens, pencils, and more. All delivered in as fast as an hour. So pour yourself another iced tea. Summer's not over. Last-minute back-to-school supplies delivered fast. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new. Subject to availability. Fees and restrictions apply.
Drink it in, man. Loyal, diehard, Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Okrie coming at you on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. You guys know what it is, talking about those Lions, those Detroit Lions. We'll be reporting to camp next week, rookies, end of the week vets. We've been talking all about dollars that make sense, contracts. You know what we're talking about.
Money, 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 money.
So that's mostly been on like the flagship. I still have a couple positions to get through, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll find a way either on a Kool-Aid packet or here in the next little bit, just kind of put a button on that series. I know you guys love hearing about the dollars that make sense, the contracts, what we think about the players. Are they going to be working at the bowling alley? Are these guys you got to pay moving forward? All that type of stuff. But today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's fantasy football and our Detroit Lions. And the way I want to do this, I've hinted on it before. I think I did a show where I talked about the main Lions players. Everybody knows who they are. The question is, when are you taking these people? Are you taking them? Are you reaching for them and taking them early because you're a loyal, diehard Detroit Kool-Aid drinker? Drink it in, everybody. Drink it in, man. Side of cornbread.
Cornbread!
Gotta make it a double.
Cornbread!
And you know me, like, I don't have ADP lists in front of me. I'm not going to bore you with a whole bunch of details, but I want to talk about, in broad strokes, kind of what my approach has been, you know, when entering fantasy drafts in relation to all these amazing Lions offensive weapons that we have on this team now. And in summary, like, it's really just been wait it out and see where they fall, see if the values match up. And I gotta admit, this year I feel like in some leagues and formats it's met up really nicely, and I've been happy to get a couple of the players that I've obtained. And then other times, every time it comes around, there's a Lion or two that I could take and I pass on them, and continue to try to pass on them and they get gobbled up by other teams. And I'm totally cool with that because, like I've said before, if you love the Lions and you're rooting for your team and you don't have them, you don't love losing because the multidimensional, positionless, wait for it, I won't make you wait that long, elite weapon, goes crazy on you. Or maybe Amon-Ra goes for like 120 and a touchdown or two. Or, if you're not one of the Laporta supporters, like, I guess you could say, well, but Okrie, if I don't have them and they beat me, how do I root for my team? Like, I kind of get that, I guess. I guess my approach has always been like, if you don't have them on your team and they ball, you're still happy. If you have them on your team and they get hurt or they don't play well, or heaven forbid the Lions still put up 30, 40 points, but it's not to your receiver, your tight end, your running back, whatever it may be, then you're happy with the win, happy with the points, wondering why your guy didn't get the football and then wasn't featured that week. So, in broad strokes with my drafts, I've really been, getting Sam Laporta, Sammy Biscuits at a what I think is a nice price. I think you can wait out Sammy Biscuits. He went from nobody caring about him to TE1, and now he's settled in a nice spot. You can usually get him at TE5, 6, 7. I mean, people are getting crazy pushing this guy down the board, and it's that crazy thing where if you ball, people put you as like the hottest thing in the league. If you have a down year, you get hurt, a lot of people get forgotten about, especially if you don't have this litany of production. You're not on all the commercials. You have a ridiculous mustache like Sam Laporta does. But I totally see this as a bounce back year. I see him as being a great catch and run player, nice red zone target. He's been a gadget player where he gets big touchdowns on trick plays. I feel like you can get him at a really nice value if you're willing to wait, and that means passing on, Brock Bowers, George Kittle, all those top guys, that you're going to run into. You're going to get Laporta in that 5-6. I can't give you a round because I'm in so many different leagues. It's like it's very volatile of what round would be appropriate, or good value, I guess you would say. But he's definitely a player where I wait, and then when the other top tight ends go and he's the last one that I like at that top tier, I'm more than happy to select Sam Laporta because I am a Laporta supporter. Let's see, Jahmyr Gibbs, I have him in a couple dynasty fantasy keeper leagues. I also have him as a dynasty rookie in one of my leagues, which means I got him in his rookie year. I can keep him as long as I want in that slot. It's an absolute big time advantage in those leagues, and he continues to ascend. I am a little worried that he had so many touchdowns and got a heavier workload because Demo was out with an injury, faux show. We don't want that to happen again. But he was out. Gibbs got the opportunities. He was elite, and he found the end zone a ton. So I could see there being a step back there. But how many years do I have to come on here and say, can we please use him in the passing game? Please, can we throw this guy the football? Can we get him some swing routes, some arrow routes, some seam routes, some out routes, some bubble screens, some whoopsie-doo triple fake, throw it back to Jahmyr Gibbs and just watch him house call it? Like, that's what I would do a lot more of. But either he just hasn't really picked up, they haven't used him in the passing game, or we have so many other weapons that it's just like, I guess it's not a priority. But I think he has a tremendous skill set in that area just because you get a little bit more space, and he has home run hitting ability. and he just has better vision. You know, when you flip him a little screen after the rushes already came, he's got room, he's got blockers. Like, that's a beautiful thing. But Jahmyr Gibbs, I mean, is going to go basically in the top 5 to 8 of all your fantasy drafts. It's totally warranted. He's young, he's fast, he's dynamic, he's physical, he can catch, he can run, he finds the end zone a ton. So love him. Only have him really in those keepers where I was able to obtain him early, and I'm more than happy to hang on to him. Let's see here. St. Brown. St. Brown goes very high. He goes like top. I mean, if you're in a 10 to 12 team league, he's basically going to get in that back of round 1 early. Yeah, I don't think you can get him mid-round 2 in a lot of leagues. He's going to be gone by that point. And another player that I think it's discounted because he is so good, he is so consistent, so productive, that people just, yes, they're going to take him high in the drafts, but they don't think he's going to do what the other top 3, 5 receivers are going to do. And this year, you got the changing coordinators, you got, you know, other unknowns, everybody talking all about JMO. It's like, I could see St. Brown, if healthy. He did have a little knee procedure. I'm not very worried about it. St. Brown could, like, have one of those. I'm about to say.
Using a Clorox disinfecting wipe to clean that stuck-on sauce from the stove feels like...
Oh, boy. That tickles. Stop.
It feels like coming home to your needy corgi after a long day.
Best part of the day, finally.
With Clorox, clean feels carefree. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at friskies.com or visit your local store.
Getting ready to step into your career era? Set yourself apart with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Hone your skills with apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and more, powered with the latest in creative AI. Students save over 55% so you can build a portfolio you're proud of. Launch your future with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Visit adobe.com/students to learn more.
What if Black Friday deals were available in the summer? Don't miss week-long doorbusters at Best Buy during Black Friday in July. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Like one of those magical statistic years, but my brain also tells me he's been so damn good for so long with limited times being out or injured that it's gonna be hard to top. I mean, 120 catches type range, like we're talking like 1,200, 1,500 plus he's had. You're talking, are you gonna get to double digit touchdowns for this guy so we can see all the sellies? Like, I don't have, I'm trying to think. I really don't think I have any St. Brown shares in any of my leagues. And that's not necessarily due to choice. There's been a few times where it was like between him and CeeDee Lamb, and like I'll go with CeeDee Lamb just based on talent, opportunity a little bit more. But you're talking about grit, grime, consistency, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be out there, going to catch a ton of footballs. Like, you can't go wrong with Amon Ra, ARSB, St. Brown. You know what he is.
Amon Ra.
Exactly. You know, let's talk about Jameson Williams. Hashtag JamoFast. like J-Mo is a guy that when I talked on the top about waiting it out, just being like, let's see where these guys fall. Let's see if I can get a good value. Let's see if he falls at a perfect spot. I got a position open. I'm more than happy to take him. And J-Mo falls in that category. Whereas that draft board falls, you start filling RBs, you get your tight end, you might go a little bit early to get that stud quarterback. J-Mo's very intriguing as like a WR2 or 3 on your team. I think that if you put up 1,000 with like less than 60 grabs, if they were to somehow get Jameson Williams to 80 to 85 catches, I think those yards are going to have to be in the 1,200 range, and this dude finds the end zone. Even when he wasn't getting many touches, he'd still find, handful or more touchdowns. Like, you love to get his TDs anywhere from 7 to 12, would be that sweet spot. I know 12 sounds and is a lot, but, if he's going to hover around 7, 8, let's just get him up to 10, 12 and call it a day and let him have that big time year. That would be nice. So, J-Mo, I've gotten some leagues. I get him at a nice price. I didn't tease this off the top, but I'm going to give you a rapid fire overview of the Okrie Reality Sports Online. We call it RSO. You're used to that commercial, right? RSO Detroit Lions Squad. Yes, it's a 32 team. 53 players per team, full practice squad, contract league. I've been building the Lions for years. You guys have heard me talk about it. I'll give you the update. We've done the rookie draft. We've done free agent auction. I'll let you know where I'm sitting and how I'm feeling. We'll do that here at the end of the show. And again, this is a Detroit Koolaid packet, so I'm supposed to keep it a little bit shorter. But, when I start talking fantasy football, it gets crazy. Not as long as when I got to listen to Chops talk for 10 minutes, and then I get to ask him one and a half minute question, plus play, I am guilty of playing like 5 to 8 minutes of gimmicks and going on rants from time to time. So I guess I'll take half that blame for why we always talk for, 45, 50, hour 10, 20, whatever it ends up being. But here on Kool-Aid Packet, I will keep it a little bit tighter. So I talked about J-Mo. I gave you a little Laporta talk off the top. Gibbs, St. Brown. I guess we got to talk about Jared Goff. And to me, Jared Goff is a guy that is still getting hated on in life, but also in fantasy football. He gets pushed on the board. People like me wait around and say, well, I don't know. I'll wait another round and see if he's there. And a lot of times he is. And then I wait again and I hope he's there. And sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. If he is, I wait again and then he comes around. He's not there. So I never have him on my teams. Imagine that. Probably because of the wobbly spirals and some of the turnover issues and the lack of foot speed. But no, seriously, Jared Goff is a nice, good quarterback to get as late as you possibly can. You're going to have to get him in that Goff, Jordan, Love, Dak, Prescott type area. And then after that, you're going to be scrambling for guys like Tua or Patty Statty. You're going to be trying to get rookies or hope that Bryce Young finally shows up for Carolina. There's a lot going on there. So Jared Goff, to me, is a guy that's put up a ton of stats the last couple of years. There's no reason he can't continue to do that. But he's not my favorite, and he's a guy that I usually wait too long on. But he is a guy that you can wait out those top, 8, 10, even 12 quarterbacks and try to get Goff at that crazy, crazy great value. That if he puts up another 30-plus, 40, 200, 4,500 crazy year, that's going to help you win a championship, no doubt about it. So those are the main guys. I'm not going to do any deep dives right now on Tim Patrick's fantasy value or Isaac Tesla, but that's where I'm at with those guys, the main fantasy targets. And looking around my team, like I said, Sam Laporta in a couple leagues, J-Mo in a couple leagues. No Saint, no Goff.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and zero cooking. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite food delivered straight to you. Get Burger King, Subway, Popeyes, and hundreds more local favorites and savor every last bite. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
And Demo in a couple leagues. He fell to me, and I realized it could be down a bit, or he's a 2. He shares it, but I'm not worried about it, because another thing I do in the draft and in life and in fantasy football now is like safe is good. If I know what I'm getting, I don't have to worry about you. That's a positive. So I feel like Demo falls in that category of safe and somebody that I want on my football team. All right, everybody. This goes out to my fantasy football fans out there. Now, you probably heard about Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners can build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, we're talking free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades. You could put franchise tags on guys. It's as close as you're going to get to being an NFL GM. But do you think it sounds complicated? It's not. I'm here to tell you it's the best thing about Reality Sports Online is it's just more fun than your normal fantasy league, but it doesn't take barely any more time. After all this, are you still not sure? I mean, come on now. You can test your general manager skills by going over to Reality Sports Online, call it RSO. Please go check out realitysportsonline.com right now. So to finish out this Kool-Aid packet, let me pull it up. The Okrie Reality Sports Online RFL Detroit Lions. Let's drink it in, everybody, before I do this rapid fire.
Drink it in, man.
Tastes like Super Bowl. Tastes delicious. I've been building this team since like 2018. I've had my ups, I've had my downs. I usually get in the playoffs, win my division, but it's a crazy league from top to bottom. So in broad strokes, I kind of went into this rookie draft with a good amount of picks. I must say that I normally trade a good amount of my picks for proven players, but this year I got a lot of second, third, fourth, and fifth round picks. I think I had 9 overall, and I had about $30 million to play in the free agent auction. So let me go ahead here. I'm gonna give you a recap of my draft players. I don't have the actual slots that probably would entertain you, but that's going to be too long of a show. So I'll give you the players generally, where they went, type of thing. So I waited out, tried to trade up, couldn't trade up, just sat there at my pick, kind of in the middle of the second round. I think it was around pick 19 or so in the second round. And I was able to get Isaac Tesla, wide receiver for Detroit. I think it's going to be a little bit slow, with his production, but I like the kid. I like the player. I needed a receiver, so that worked out well. Let's see, who'd I get after that? I went ahead. I don't remember the total order, but I was able to get my guy tight end, Oronde Gadsden, with the Chargers. I feel like in a crazy deep league like this, again, 32 teams, 53 players per team, tight ends are very valuable. You got to start 2, can only have 5 or 6. Like, he's very valuable, so that was a nice pickup. I took my boy Tez Johnson, and I realized he's buried in the depth chart over there with Tampa Bay, but Tez Johnson's a ball player, man. He can just, shake people, get open. And I've already started hearing good things about him in camp. So maybe in a year or so, he kind of works his way up to that 3, 4, 5 type receiver, puts up some numbers. In this league, anybody that puts up any numbers is a welcome sight, let me tell you. I think I went Kyle Monangai, the running back for Chicago, where he was at Rutgers. This is a nasty physical type running back. It was the last back that I thought was worth a damn, so I was kind of glad to add him to my depth chart. Running backs obviously very valuable, hard to come by. I waited it out. We're talking Monangai probably in the late 3rd, 4th round, whatever it was. And then I think I kind of got crazy in like the 4th round, late in the 4th round. I had a lot of picks, and I was able to pick up some combination of Barrett Carter, the linebacker from Cincy. I was able to add a guy who I love. I think he looks great on tape, physical beast, could be a big-time player in the NFL if he gets opportunity, and that's TJ Sanders, interior defensive tackle for Buffalo. I then took a flyer on my guy Landon Johnson, defensive end from Buffalo, which I felt like, man, to get those 2 defenders late that I don't need right now, but down the line might be nice starters for me, I thought was tremendous. 2 guys I like. They are both on Buffalo, but it's a good team right now, and just kind of adding to my depth on defense. And then I waited till late in the 5th round. I think I made some late trades. It got kind of wild here too, because I was looking to add bodies, knowing I didn't have much cap space. Well, Ajante Wester, the wide receiver from Colorado, headed to Baltimore. And then I was also able to trade in and pick up this guy who I've ragged on multiple times, and his stock went so down in college football. But he is a Michigan Wolverine. He is talented and a good dude overall, and he plays running back. So I was like, let me go ahead and take a stab at pick 27, 8, whatever it was in the 5th round, with only a few picks left after that. Give me Donovan Edwards with the Jets. See if he can do anything, make the depth chart, start to catch some passes, do some things for me. So I enjoyed my rookie class. I mean, I'm not expecting any of them to dent my starters or be like a guy I'm counting on, but intriguing skill guys, which is what you have to do in a crazy league like this, and then defenders that can hopefully start here in a year or two. So let me rapid fire my starting roster. And again, this is crazy. 11 on 11. 11 defense, 11 offense. So my starting quarterback, Jordan Love, who I have at $14 million a year for the next 2 or 3 years. That's a tremendous value discount in this type of league where other quarterbacks are getting 40, 50 million. My starting running backs right now, let me do my free agent class real quick, just before I do the starters. That way you know. So I took my rookie class, and then in free agency, adding to the Okrie Lions, I was able to add J.K. Dobbins at 4 years, about $11 million per year. And again, these dollar amounts aren't like, even though the league's built like the NFL, the dollars are not like the NFL. Like, you can't pay J.K. Dobbins $2-3 million and get him on your team. You have to pay him up in that 8, 10, 12 range. The dollars are crazy. It is free market, by the way. But 4 years, around 11 to 13, 14 million on his full deal. I'll take a chance on that. And I was able to acquire Tutu Atwell. He's a receiver I've always liked with the speed, a little bit of swagger, never really got the football. Sean McVay says he's going to get him the football a little bit more, so I'm all about that. I took, which I didn't even plan to get this guy. Some of you hate him, maybe some of you don't. I'm kind of in the middle as well. I used to love this guy, Deshaun Watson, quarterback for Cleveland. I really didn't have a backup quarterback, and quarterbacks are so dang valuable in a 32-team league that when he popped up on the old auction for RSO, I was like, I couldn't help but bid. And so I was able to get Watson. So I got Tutu Atwell, 4 years, anywhere from $9 million to $11 million per. I understand he could wash out, but he could also be half decent, and that's a good contract for a younger player with speed. Deshaun Watson I got for 4 years at anywhere from $4 million to start to like 6-7 on the 4th year, and by then you can cut him or IR him and save that money. So I felt like, hey, I know he has the devastating injuries. It might take him a whole nother year to get back, but at that price and for that talent, and maybe with a guy with a chip on his shoulder, I was willing to do that. And then I really needed a tight end. I just had to get somebody. I kept waiting it out. Didn't want to pay for any of these people. So I got Connor Hayward of Pittsburgh for 4 years at like $4 million, and only up to like 5.5, all the way there in 2028. So Connor Hayward hasn't done anything. He went to that Sparty school, but he's from a football family. He, who knows what they're doing in Pittsburgh with their tight ends. Maybe they use this guy as a fullback, H-back. I don't know, but I took a flyer on him as well. So there you go. There's my small free agent class with about $30 million in total. Other teams have 80, 100, 120 million to spend. So you can imagine I couldn't get many of the good free agents that were out there. Let's do these starters again. Jordan Love, as I said, $14 million for multiple years. That's tremendous. J.K. Dobbins and Isaiah Pacheco are my starting running backs. Wide receivers, you got to start 3. Jameson Williams, DK Metcalf, and D-Hop, DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins I don't love, but he's got a big number here in this league, 23 million. But I heard a quote recently where he said he's like real motivated in Baltimore. So maybe he's got another good year left. I could use it because I need some points from him. Tight end, Travis Kelce.
It's the Smucker's Uncrustables podcast with your host, Uncrustables. Okay, today's guest is rough around the edges. Please welcome Crust.
Thanks for having me.
Today's topic, he's round with soft, pillowy bread.
Hey.
Filled with delicious PB&J.
Are you talking about yourself?
And you can take him anywhere.
Why'd you invite?
And we are out of time.
Are you really cutting me off?
Uncrustables are the best part of the sandwich. Sorry, Crust.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Through the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, full and part-time Starbucks baristas receive 100% upfront college tuition coverage so they can focus on achieving their dreams, not how they'll pay for school. And those dreams might start with a degree in management, biochemistry, or any of the more than 150 offered. At Starbucks, benefits like college tuition coverage are just the start. Learn more at starbucks.com/partners.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled.
but stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
This episode is brought to you by Chevrolet. Chevy certified service technicians are factory trained to fit your vehicle with the tires specifically developed for it. And with our tire price match guarantee, you get the best fit for the best deal. Let us do the work. Available on select eligible tire brands at participating dealers only. Offer ends 12/31/2025. Terms apply. See dealer for complete details. Visit Chevrolet.com/service to learn more.
Dalton Schultz. Yes, I realize Travis Kelce is no good anymore. For the most part, I'm hoping he finds Fountain of Youth and does some things. Dalton Schultz always been a favorite of mine. You get to play 2 flexes in this league, a tight end, wide receiver, running back, where I have Tutu Atwell slotted in, and then a wide receiver or a tight end. I have Alec Pierce, the wide receiver from the Colts. My kicker, who I acquired last year before anybody knew about him, Jake Bates, kicker for the Detroit Lions. $5 million a year. As you can imagine, kickers are hard to get in a 32-teamer, so I was happy about that. My defense is Jeffrey Simmons at defensive tackle. I got Tui Tupulotu from the Chargers as one of my edge rushers. Derek Barnes at linebacker, Devin Lloyd at linebacker, Devin Witherspoon, the stud corner for Seattle, Derek Stingley Jr., stud corner for Houston, Grant Delpit from LSU, now with the Browns, always puts up numbers, tough, good dude, Javon Kinlaw, who is just a shot in the dark, never been good, had a flash here or there, but was very talented in that draft. My guy, Dax Hill, is kind of playing my safety/corner flex. I got DJ Turner, also from Michigan, who I drafted as my other defensive flex. And then currently, my other defensive flex to finish my starters out is Josh Pascal. So, fun there. Again, very hard to construct this team, but I think my starters can compete most weeks, but there's definitely some teams that are more talented and have better skill guys and stuff than me, so that's going to be tough. I've got, as on my bench, Darrington Evans, Kenneth Gainwell, Damian Pierce, Sione Vaki, Kyle Monangai at running back, along with Deshaun Watson as my backup quarterback, who will go to the IR until I know that he's actually going to play football again or hold a clipboard or whatever he's doing. My backup wide receivers as of now, Tez Johnson, Isaac Tesla, Rondale Moore, Michael Gallup, Jamison Crowder. Backup tight ends, Adam Troutman, Brevin Jordan, Aronde Gadsden, and a recent pickup of the previously forgot about but used to be good, Darren Waller of now the Miami Dolphins. Let's keep this rolling. I got a backup kicker that I just grabbed for nothing as Zane Gonzalez. He did some things last year. He's not that good, though. Backup linebackers, Josh Uche, shout out #GoBlue. Jamin Davis, remember him? Like a top 12, 15 player in the draft that's never done anything and now has got a chance with the Jets. Cameron Thomas, edge rusher, outside linebacker for Cleveland. Barrett Carter, who I mentioned earlier that I drafted. Here's my backup corners. Chris Abrams Drain from Mizzou, used to play opposite of Ennis the Menace. Elijah Jones, another good guy that I liked in the draft with the Cardinals, hurt all last year. I did pick up Jeff Okudah off the scrap heap. Hey, he's with Minnesota. We'll see if he does anything. He'll probably get roasted, toasted, and extra crispy, but he probably never play for me. Backup safeties, Ashton Davis. Just picked up Justin Simmons, which I was surprised nobody snagged him. I expect him to get picked up with a contender, and he's always been a good ball player. As well as Kobe Bryant, Coby Bryant. Always like his game out in Seattle. He's a nasty, fun player, fun depth player. Backup defensive ends, Landon Jackson, Daryl Taylor, Draymond Jones, and my backup interior defensive tackles, Logan Hall, Roy Lopez, who I just picked up off the waiver free agent wire after the auction, and the guy I drafted, TJ Sanders. Guys that I've already put on IR just to save money and kind of tuck away until I might need them or if they ever do anything. Deshaun Watson, Hassan Haskins, Donovan Edwards, Jonte Wester, A.T. Perry, Connor Hayward, Cade York, the kicker that used to play, maybe he doesn't, came back last year, was good with Cincinnati. My boy, Lewis Cine, who I loved in the draft. I wanted the Lions to take. He had a horrific injury. He's never done anything. He's with Philly now. He'll probably be an all-pro. No, I'm just kidding. And D'Angelo Malone. He's an edge rusher for Atlanta. I had high hopes for him, but he's really been washed out now, especially because they drafted 2 cats and he's never done anything. And we also have a practice squad. Listen to the Okrie Lions practice squad. Jaquindon Jackson, running back, who was with, who was he with? I had him in college fantasy. It's escaping me right now. It's one of the red and white. Was it with Oklahoma? Or some team like that in the SEC, but crazy numbers. I used to be a quarterback. Good dude. Jackson Meeks, one of the depth bench guys for the Lions. Braden Navarson, crazy flyer on a kicker. I was able to get Trevor Nowaski as a linebacker on my practice squad. Kane Madrano, don't tell anybody. That's my guy. I think he's really going to be good in the league, both on special teams and maybe as a player, and I was happy to get him. Denzel Burke from that school we shall not speak of at corner. Mekhi Blackman, backup corner with...
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Got a car to sell but no time to waste? Hop on to Carvana.com to get a real offer for your car in seconds. All you have to do is enter your license plate, answer a few quick questions, and if you accept the offer, Carvana will pay you as soon as you hand the keys over. They even offer same-day pickup in many cities. Save your time, score some cash, and sell your car the convenient way to Carvana. Pickup times vary. Fees may apply.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, welcome to IKEA.
This is my college campus.
Correct, but I see you're on IKEA.com ordering some college items.
My daughter's room is pretty bare. We need a lamp, some comfy pillows, her favorite stuffy.
Dad! With pickup options, we've got what you need to conveniently order IKEA. Literally anywhere.
Sweet. More time for gaming.
And studying. Wait, where are you going now?
Have to show the ultimate Frisbee team how easy it is to order from IKEA. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however you want. Choose from thousands of pickup locations, affordable delivery options, and more.
By the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles. Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did. The painful, blistering rash disrupted my life for weeks. Don't learn about your shingles risk the hard way. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
Minnesota. And then 2 defensive tackles that I like on a special practice squad, maybe elevated to my main squad. Moro Ajomo, with Philly. He's been in the league a couple years now, I think. And Ty Johnson, the rookie that Philly took from Nebraska. So there you go. There's the Okrie Lions crazy deep 32 team, 53 players. Yes, at Chops in the D can bore you with his team with the Atlanta Falcons who we took over years ago. Yes, I hate to admit it. He has a really good team. He makes 80 million trades. He bamboozles people. He pays buco bucks for top skill guys. So like all of his skill guys are off the charts. But he has no salary cap space. He doesn't even compete in the auction. He drafts decently well, and has built a good team. And give him credit. He will be in the mix to win it all and be there at the end. I would love the chance to bounce him again in the regular season and the playoffs, which I think we play in the regular season, and I bounced him in the playoffs before. I'm not afraid to do it again, but I'm telling you now, he's going to be in the mix to win it all, and if he does, heaven forbid, we're going to have to hear about it week in, week out. But I know some of you guys don't care about this, but I was like, hell, I finished the rookie draft. We finished the free agent auction. I'm talking fantasy football. At least now you know the team I built. I didn't give you all the salary details or the contract length and all that. But you know my guys now. You can keep up with them. I'll try to give you periodic updates on how the Okrie Lions are doing. Can we win the NFC North again? Can we make a playoff run? Can I shock the world and keep everybody healthy and win a trophy before the Lions do on the real NFL field? TBD if you ask me, but we'll see. I hope we play well. Everybody, that's what I got for this extended fantasy football Detroit Koolaid packet. I'll catch you, on Monday for another Koolaid packet, unless Chops throws an episode out there. We've got the flagship coming back on Wednesday, and by next weekend and the following week, the Lions are in training camp. The players are there. There's practices. There's a Hall of Fame game in a week or two after that. It's crazy. So everybody, football is back. Fantasy football is the thing. Get in reality sports online. Go check out PFF All 22. Do leagues on Sleeper. Go check out my fantasy league. I mean, ESPN, Yahoo, all the crazy platforms you can do leagues on. The more the better. More drafts is a better thing than less drafts. So everybody, that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time right here on the Koolaid Cast. Everybody, I'm out.
Cornbread! Cornbread!